In these challenging times, it is natural to be frightened and want to give up. But I talked to the author of 23 Years to 7 Figures for some tips on how to push forward when you feel like quitting. You talk about after decades in business, you don't quit, you've got to keep going. How did you get that mindset?
I got that mindset through making every mistake conceivable. I'm a business grinder, and I found in 23 years in business, getting my MBA at the School of Hard Knocks, that I've had to fall down and pick myself up many, many times. And because of that, I have developed a mindset that allows me to keep going even when things seem down, even when things seem hopeless at times. In 23 years in business, you're going to experience everything on the spectrum. And I felt that and feel that these strategies that I use are so important in these uncertain times, with pandemic, with curfews, with protesting. There's a lot of stuff out there that can make people feel like they want to nest. And I say, how do we reject that?
And so you have some ways that you do that. One of the tips you give is to move. What do you mean by move?
Well, I don't mean move to a different city, but when you snooze, you lose. So get up and move. I don't care if it's a walk around the block with the dog, with your partner. For me, I like to get on the Peloton. When I jump up early and start my day with movement, it's an incredible feeling that turbocharges me throughout the day. I now have more energy and I'm more ready to take on the day. And
I agree.
It's a simple strategy. Movement creates energy.
It changes everything within you as well. Okay, you also recommend wins. What does wins mean?
Right. So wins, the simplest way for me to put wins is think of gratitude, that we can wake up every day and have things that we're grateful for. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, we have drinking water. It could be, I have carpeting that feels good under my feet. Those are all wonderful things. But wins turbocharge that a little bit. What they do is they allow us to change our mindset by thinking about the things that we've accomplished. And every day we can accomplish things. It doesn't matter if they're tiny or big seismic events. If we focus on them, we will infuse ourselves with more energy and a better mindset. So as an example, my company does a daily huddle every day, have done for years, and I insist that every team member bring a win to the table. Now, when we started, a couple of my team members really struggled with this. They couldn't see the wins around them, but I knew they were there. Now, we're like 3 years into this. Sometimes they bring 2 or 3 and we almost don't have enough time to complete the meeting. But I know that when we get the mindset going, that we can experience and are experiencing wins every day, then we're going to go into the rest of the day knowing that they're there. We just have to find them.
And put yourself in that mindset to start. You mentioned having coworkers who are doing this. What about friends? Is it important to surround yourself with the right people?
It's critical. And I know a lot of people are talking about friends and you know, this might be old news at this point. We're 2+ months in. But when you add in the unrest that's going on now, just as we're starting to come out of this cycle, right, and restrictions are loosening, some people feel like they have to shelter more because they're scared. So it's really important to remember the touch points that we have out there. Now, some people are not technically savvy. Some of your viewers don't know how to use Zoom or Skype, and that's okay. I know people who are nesting and isolating in this, and I see the impact that it's having on their energy. And it's sad. It's really sad. But what I tell them is pick up the phone. We all know how to use the phone, even if it's an old rotary dial. Pick up the phone, make a phone call, and if you want and are capable, find a way to get a group together.
Get a group together, reconnect with old friends. Michael also recommends laughing, taking breaks, and accountability to help push you forward.